I don't like anybody telling me what to do. And lately, the left wants to tell everybody, it's the we all know this, you should. Stop telling me what to do, you go do it. You want to support stuff that the government should stay out of? You go do it. No one's stopping you from paying more taxes.
So here's the deal. Hollywood's top anti-woke comedian has been stirring things up for years, always ready to call out the stuff no one else dares to touch. And guess what? He's back at it again, dropping truth bombs that are shaking things up big time. This guy isn't afraid to spill the tea about Hollywood's darker side. And the fallout this time? Oh, it's next level. If you've been anywhere near the internet, you already know Tim Allen doesn't hold back. He's the guy who tweets something crazy, sits back, and watches the woke crowd absolutely lose it. It's his thing. He's done it before, and you know he'll do it again. But this latest tweet, it's hitting differently, and everyone's fired up. Buckle up, because this one's wild.
I mean, first of all, he wants to know what the face of woke look like, and here's what I picture. These trolls that hide behind their computer or their screens and their laptops and their keyboards, because those are the people that complain the most, those whose faces we do not see.
The reaction was wild. One tweet and the internet went nuts. Twitter mobs? Oh, they totally lost it. They just couldn't handle Tim Allen throwing shade their way. Everyone was scrambling to cancel him, like, immediately. But come on, we all know Tim's not the kind of guy to back down. He's definitely not letting the woke crowd tell him what he can or can't say.
It's actually disturbing on a fundamental level. It's gotten to the point where literally there's part of me, a deep part of me, that just, F it, bring it on. If you want to cancel me, go ahead. I mean, I can't.
But that's not the only thing driving woke Hollywood crazy. Tim's been stirring the pot for years, and let's be honest, he's got it down to a science. I mean, just look at his Disneyland trip. It's a perfect example.
Come on. I'm not a toy. You are a toy.
So, Tim's at the park, right? And he overhears this 13-year-old asking if he's pansexual because he likes skillets. Classic Tim moment. It's hilarious and totally random. But of course, the internet couldn't handle it. The woke crowd came after him, calling him insensitive like they always do. Here's the thing though, Hollywood doesn't hate Tim Allen because of stuff like this. They hate him because he's not scared to ask the uncomfortable questions they're too afraid to touch. And let's be honest, that's exactly why he keeps getting under their skin.
Do you still enjoy stand-up, my friend, as much as you did in the early days?
There's moments that it's more. It reminds me of my anarchist background.
They've thrown everything at him trying to cancel him, but let's be real, Tim doesn't follow Hollywood's playbook. Remember when ABC axed Last Man Standing? Let's take a second to talk about that. In case you missed it, it was one of their highest rated shows. But with Tim, you know it's never that simple.
Let's talk about Last Man Standing. Congrats on this.
No, thanks very much.
I watched it when it was on ABC.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it wasn't on ABC.
Tell the 300 of the crew and everybody the same thing. We're all going, this is the best show I've ever been on. What? We're off the air. We all thought we were at the top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work? I don't know, but it was dropped.
It was right behind Modern Family in ratings, but they still canned it like it didn't matter. Why? Because Tim Allen had the nerve to play a likable conservative on mainstream TV. And let's face it, that's basically Hollywood's ultimate sin these days.
Hey, dinner's ready in 10.
Hey, come out here.
Touch anything.
Right, and I don't like gum in there too, but all right, when we're driving around, what do other people do when they see us?
They do this.
You know why they do that? This truck is older than you, but it's a classic, and people realize it's a classic. And you're a classic too.
How flattering. I'm an old truck.
In Hollywood, that's like breaking the ultimate rule. Tim even said it himself. There's nothing more dangerous these days than a funny, likable conservative. And honestly, he's got a point.
You went to the presidential inauguration, right?
I was invited by, we did a VIP thing for the vets and went to the Veterans Ball. And so I went to go see Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, I went to the inauguration.
I'm not attacking you.
You get this town. I'm not kidding. You got to be real careful around here. You know, you get beat up. If you don't believe what everybody believes, this is like 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group, you know what we believe is right. I go, well, I might have a problem with that. I'm a comedian. I like going on both sides.
Yeah.
This government does stuff big. I've never been to anything like that.
Tim didn't even bother hiding it. His politics were the real issue and everyone knew it, but instead of backing down, he straight up called them out. And here's the plot twist: ABC dropped him, but Fox swooped in and saved the day. They picked up Last Man Standing and gave Tim a whole new platform to reach his fans. So while ABC tried to take him down, Tim totally turned the tables and came out on top.
Hey everybody, welcome to season 7 of Alright, here we go. Good, quietly folks. Alright, here we go from the top.
And now there's his new show, The Santa Clauses, is in Disney+. The fact that Disney brought him back, it speaks volumes. They know Tim isn't going anywhere. Yeah, they might try to keep him in check, but let's be real, his fan base is too loyal to be ignored. Hollywood might not like it, but Tim's not going anywhere, and they know it.
Ushering Christmas for us? Then this guy. For nearly 30 years, Tim Allen has become synonymous with Santa Claus.
I'm in big trouble.
After starring in the 1994 classic film.
Merry Christmas to all. And to all, a good night.
Things really blew up in The Santa Clauses when Tim's character made a little joke about saying Merry Christmas, and somehow that turned into a problem. One joke and boom, woke Twitter went off. Some people called it offensive, others said it was too political, but come on, it's The Santa Clauses. It's a Christmas show. If there's one place a Christmas joke belongs, it's here.
Peyton's on the show, but I'm dressed as Santa Claus. So he's doing the same look to me. He's going, and I go, no, man, I'm a fan, but I'm under 7 feet of makeup. And I was like a kid.
The outrage was real, guys. Podcaster and filmmaker Scott Weinberg started the whole thing by tweeting the line, and the internet went wild. People were all over Tim, accusing him of, "You're not gonna believe this," bringing right-wing politics into Christmas. But let's get real for a second. This isn't just about Twitter drama. Tim's dealing with a whole system in Hollywood that's built to shut down voices like his. Or, as Tim puts it, the thought police are everywhere.
You know, and then what I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Yeah. Tim's been super upfront about how political correctness has flipped comedy on its head. He says it's almost impossible for comedians to take risks these days. And he's not afraid to admit how it's impacted him personally. Tim came up in the comedy world, looking up to legends like Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce. These were the kind of comedians who pushed every boundary and didn't care if they made people uncomfortable. That raw, unfiltered style, that's the comedy Tim grew up on, and it's still a part of him today.
So, you know, Tim, you and I both started stand-up comedy in the 80s.
And Leno says hi, by the way.
Oh, Jay Leno, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And still, you're still doing it, right?
44 Cities just finished.
See what I mean by the hardest working man?
These days, every joke gets dissected and every single word is put under a microscope. For comedians like Tim, it's a total headache. He even joked on The View that he'd probably get canceled just for repeating things he heard growing up from his own parents. Crazy, right? That's where we're at now.
I do use some provocative words, but I tell them it's words that really got from my parents. Yeah. You know, they said this stuff, and we talked about it. I can't even say it here. I can't even point to it.
Yeah.
It is an alarming thing for comedians, but my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway. But I was gonna say, if I do some stuff, the women in my life were, whatever political party it was, always they hated the government. Who's gonna pay for it? Yeah. They always argued about that over vodka.
Tim Allen hasn't backed down. If anything, he's gone all in. He's not about to live in fear of being canceled and would rather take the heat than lose his integrity. That kind of fearless attitude is why Hollywood just can't get rid of him, no matter how hard they try. When ABC dropped Last Man Standing, Fox swooped in and picked it up without missing a beat. Even when Disney replaced him as Buzz Lightyear, Tim didn't flinch. Now he's back on Disney Plus with the Santa Clauses, throwing out lines that spark outrage and proving he's not going anywhere. And when it comes to cancel culture, Tim's made it clear he's not backing down. Tim Allen isn't giving in to cancel culture. No way. In an interview, he straight up said he gets the pressure, but refuses to change his comedy just to make people happy. He even compared cancel culture to high school, where everyone's just waiting to attack you over the smallest thing. And honestly, he called it ridiculous. Tim joked that he could probably get canceled just for using words his parents used growing up. While cancel culture has most comedians walking on eggshells, Tim's out here doing his thing no matter what. Angry mobs, blacklists, Hollywood trying to shut him down. He doesn't care. By staying true to who he is, Tim's shown Hollywood they can't touch him. He's playing their game and winning. But now it's your turn. What do you think? Is cancel culture going too far with Tim, or does he deserve the heat? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you liked this, we've got another video you're definitely gonna love. Check it out.